Welcome back, everybody. If you came here following my tweet, it mentioned some explanations and some news. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the explanations. First of all, if you take a look around, you'll notice this is not cherry wood at all. There's no cherry trees, there's no mycelium. This is a completely different settlement. Hey, Mom. Now, the reason for that is when we had started Cherrywood, we had plans to hook up our first server, which contained the settlement public mine, to the server with Cherrywood on it, in hopes of being able to travel back and forth between the two, visit each other, help each other out with things, and whatnot. The issue, sorry, the cat is bugging me here. The issue with that is, first of all, we were in two different kingdoms. So if we had managed to find each other, there would have been some issues, and things just would not have worked out well. The other thing is we did not have the servers set up properly to be able to connect to each other, and with the way we had things going, there was just no way we could set them up properly. So in the end, Shu and I decided what we would do is, since we were tired of all the mycelium, even though it was a nice place, we decided we were tired of the mycelium, we were tired of having to go far away to get any wood, usable wood rather. We figured it'd probably be best to quote unquote flee Cherrywood for the time being, and we have started the original server back up. As you can see, here is public mine. It's still there. It's still active. There are still citizens. What Shu and I did is we changed this server so players can only be the one kingdom, so we don't have to worry about accidentally picking a different kingdom or picking a different kingdom on purpose and not being able to interact with each other on friendly terms, I should say. So what Shu and I did is we created some alts. Our original characters are still here at Public Mine. We created some alts. We went through the tunnel on the map to the east, and then we walked around this coast. Now what we had hoped was that in this area here we would find a nice place to make a settlement, another settlement. We could connect it up with roads or possibly bridges across like these valleys here and whatnot. However, we had quite a bit of trouble in this area with several bears. As we came around the coast to see if maybe just a little bit further would give us something better, we found a load of bison. That was the first time we had seen bison in-game and on the server. So as you can see, we've got bison here. There's a cart with some bison over there. We're probably going to start breeding some, but I'll get to that in a little bit. That's part of the news. We were also being chased by hellhounds at this point, with no way to stop to defend ourselves, because brand new characters against hellhounds is bad news. And this is steppe. So there's not a lot of trees, there's not a lot of grass. So we continued along a little further. There was a lot of hills over here, which would have been great for mining, but not necessarily for settling a large settlement. Around this point, we noticed across the water there were a lot of trees, a lot of very nice trees for building with. We also noticed that close on our tails was about 2 old trolls and several bears. So we decided to go ahead and swim across. We got to this area. What we found was, yes, it's nice, open, flat area, but it is a special zone called the HOTA zone, and because of that we could not settle there. So we ended up moving a little further south, and we finally found this area just outside of the zone with lots of space and lots of trees very, very close by. We also have access to the ocean. So this is where we decided we would settle. And now you can see this line of packed dirt here. This here, just on the other side of this packed dirt, is the edge of that HOTA zone. Hunt of the Ancients. Thank you, Shu. It's just on the other side of this packed dirt. So, I mean, we're right up against it, but we managed to get our little place set up. After getting our settlement started, my dad, Stargrunkle, grabbed the large caravel that we had right outside of Hearth. That's part of Public Mines stuff, I suppose you would say. He loaded up a bunch of stuff, and he brought some things over to help us get going with crops and just some general items. Brought them over on the caravel. Got us started with that, so that was very helpful. I believe what we may do is work on some bridges, either across here with some roads and possibly even tunnels to get back to Public Mine a little bit easier. Or we may do some digging and dredging and clear out some spaces that make it easier for large ships to get by. So I don't know if we could fit one through here, but if we could fit one through there and dig out enough of a spot where we can get a ship through there, that would make it easier rather than having to go all the way around. We'll look into that later. So yeah, there's the explanation. We're back on the original server. We've started a second settlement. We will still do stuff in the first. Just kind of depends on how we're feeling. May go back and forth a little bit. But that's alright. The more settlements there are, the more there is to do. If you want an introduction and a little tour of this settlement, if you head over to Shu's YouTube channel, Sir Gur, there should be a link to it in my panels just under the video here. There's a little video there that has us go through a little tour. Now, we'll move on to the news. First bit of news is Mufi has finally joined us in-game. She has the game now herself, and she gets in and plays with us. This is her cart, the Amataxi. She runs around and makes deliveries and picks people up and drives them around. These are her bison. I am borrowing the cart. Oh, couldn't tell what that was. It's probably Dad's tent. I'm borrowing the cart to move things around and whatnot in town, so I can get things done a little bit quicker. But most of these animals we're gonna say are hers. Did I hit lag or did I just get stuck? I got stuck. Okay. Are hers. Her goal is to work on her animal husbandry and her taming. We are going to, matter of fact, I can show you right now. We're planning on building a ranch for her. And let me head over here so you can see, and we'll talk about this here in a minute. Out over here, possibly about where Dad's tent is, so once we get some beds and stuff and he can sleep in the beds, then he won't need to worry about his tent. Ooh, bear. So possibly right out here, or even further this way. And she could start her own settlement, possibly if it'll let her, if she wants to do that. But we're going to build her a nice big ranch so she'll have lots of pastures for animals, some breeding pens, some taming pens, and all that stuff in her own little house. So that's her goal. The other set of news. You watched us last week. You watched me last week do some bread making to enter a contest for Gamester for Life's YouTube channel. Shu and I did another set of loaves later that same night and managed to get a 70.04 loaf of bread. So we used the 70 as our entry, and we managed to get first place. Second place was only 0.14 away from us. So he was super close. And that was really good because, like I said, Shu and I did it as a team. He had been doing all the farming, so he was getting really high level wheat. We had worked on the oven and the grindstone together to make sure that those were really high level. So we did it as kind of a teamwork thing. Well, he did it on his own, from what I can tell, and he still got really high level bread. So it was really cool. So Shu and I and the other, the second place winner, I believe his name is Harley's in Christ. Sawaji. How do you track your skills on the side? Oh, if you go to escape, you click on HUD settings. There's a skill tracker option that you could turn on if it's not already on. And then if you right click on the window, you can go to skill tracker options. You can name what you want that current tab to be. You can put up to 10 skills in here by drop down, whatever you want. And then you select OK, and then right click on it again and select Save Current Skill Tracker. After that, you can load it, and there's like 10 different skill trackers you can have. And that can make things a little bit easier if you're trying to track very specific skills. Anyway, where was I? I should know better than to stop halfway through a thought, because I will forget. Oh, so Shu, myself, and Harley's in Christ were all sent an invitation to Gamester's server for winning the competition, which was really cool. And Moofy got an invite as well, since she's part of our family and they didn't want to leave her out, which I thought was very sweet. So last night we hopped on to the server with Rainstorm, and we got a little tour. I don't plan on doing any streaming or recording on their server because I'm afraid I might accidentally give away something that they want to save for their videos. And I would feel absolutely horrible if I did that. So I'm not going to do any streaming or recording on there. I need to fix that right there. But I will occasionally hop over there because I would like to help Rainstorm out with some of her stuff on her island. And it gives us a chance to play with some other people as well. Like on this server we have Dad, my brother may occasionally get on, Shu's friend might occasionally get on. But yes, it is bugging me. Very much so. So we do have some people. Oh, there's the crops. I'll have to go take care of those in a sec. But yeah, I mean, this gives us a chance to have some other friends in game and whatnot, and it's really nice. I think that's all the news. Sure. Okay, so in the video on Shu's channel, we talked about building like a little tavern and inn. So this is the start of it. We'll probably do another update video sometime this weekend, so you guys can take a look at that as well on his channel. We'll post the updates on his channel, that way he gets some content up there. This is the ground floor. This will be the tavern portion. As you can see, there are no floors. Shu is the one who has planned the building, so I think that's what's keeping me from being able to plan the floors. I could build the walls, as you see. I've done most of these myself, but I can't plan the floors, so I'll have to wait till he gets back home today after work to do that. But I think what I'm going to do is, a Spirit Templar just walks through the walls. Disembark, if I could find that. There we go. So this little 2x2 area back here, I would like to make like the kitchen. So we'll probably do like a pottery brick floor back here, so it's a little bit different. We'll have an oven, some storage, of course, some water in a barrel. Once we get to making drinks, I think you can make things like rice wine and regular wine and some other stuff, lemonade, things like that. We'll get barrels of those back here too. I'd like to put an arched wall here, if it'll let me, and then some tables across that to look like a little bar, and then of course a door next to it. And then out here will be the main tavern. We'll have some tables, a fireplace somewhere. Deciding here, possibly here? Yes, right here. There'll be a fireplace right there, up against that wall. That'll be really cool. We'll have some stairs here. There's supposed to be spiral stairs in the game now, so maybe we'll give those a try and see if those actually work. Oh, yes. I did miss some news. Worm updated, I believe it was this morning. At least it updated on our computers this morning. So the server had to be updated accordingly, and because the update is so new, we didn't have the ability to put the mods back in. So at the moment we do not have the mods. So if we happen to go exploring and we run into a large 8-legged creature, I will be running or riding the cart as fast as possible away. But yes, but that means we should have spiral stairs, if I'm right. And then we'll put those here, I think, up to the next floor, and then we'll have some places for beds and things. I haven't decided if it's going to just be a big open space with beds and maybe some more tables, or if I'm going to attempt to do some small rooms yet. I will figure that out when I get to that point. This place has kind of been as we go, then I get ideas type of thing. Over here we have our little garden for the tavern, with marble statues, since we have so much marble. I don't know if the marble statues are new or not, but I discovered I could make them this morning, so I have. We have a cute little planter here, also made of marble. I planted blue flowers in it, but they look purple. That's okay, I guess. So I have to do some testing, but I may have to put, or may ask Shu, rather, to put some arched wall plans here, so we could build the floor above them for the second floor. And then, thinking here. So put some arches here, and then we could put maybe some benches in here. I was thinking of doing a fountain, but then I realized we could do marble statues, and I'd rather have a marble statue. I could put a fountain up here somewhere, and maybe move the statue a little bit. The problem with that is I don't think there is a water source up here, so the fountain wouldn't refill itself. I'd have to go bring water over. I don't really want to do that either. And then, so we'll put maybe a gate on one of those arches, possibly. But the other ones, we learned something over on Rainstorm and Gamesters server, and it was hedges. So I may put hedges, because I've seen people build archways and then put a fence. And it looks really cool because you get the arch, but then it's, you know, it's got the little fence, so there's a little something extra down here. It looks really nice. So I'm going to see if I could put hedges or something in archways like that, just like around the edges here, and then you can walk in here. There'll be, you know, a place to sit and stuff like that. We have our smithy over here. Dad has spent a lot of time in the mine up there, and down in here. This morning he built himself a small sailboat. He said he was going to go out sailing, so I have no idea where he's at or if he's gotten lost or not. Hopefully not. We hit crop tick, didn't we? I need to take care of these. Since we don't have the mods, I need to be very careful with my crops. If I leave them after they're ripe, they will start to rot, and I do not want that. So I need to tend to them diligently. I should probably eat as well. I have some food, yes? Yes, I do. Okay, not a problem. So you can see we got lucky over here. We got a well right next to our farm. I have plans. Dad went ahead and built a loom for us because we didn't have one yet here. And he built it up here. So I figured instead of building a tailor's somewhere over here and having to take a cart to grab it and pull it down here, I stuck a construction marker up here, and I'm just going to build the shop right up there. There's also a a groundwater source up here that I found. Hopefully the dirt is still packed. Here it is. So I may stick another well over here, so it's closer to the tailor shop, because I also plan on using the tailor shop for not just cloth, but leather, and water is going to be necessary for making the materials to make the leather. I have to get back to what I was doing. Those are tended, those are tended, those are not. Okay. 1, 2. So up there, you can see I've started building here. That's going to be, I think, sort of a lighthouse. Now, it's not right on the coast, but I think it'll be okay. You can at least kind of see where we're at, hopefully. What I would like to do eventually is at the very top, put a marble pillar brazier as the light. I think that would look really nice up there. However, I need gold to build that. I have access to silver, which we managed to get really, really lucky. While we were exploring, if we go along the coast here, just around the side right here, there's a little bit of a mountain sticking up there. Shu decided to start mining. So he dug into the dirt until he hit rock. He started mining, and then it told him that it was too hard to mine. Or too hard to tunnel in, I should say. So we moved over a square, did it again, dug out the dirt, started tunneling, and we find out that where Shu was originally trying to tunnel was a silver vein. So we have access to silver, and we just happened to stumble upon it, oddly enough. but I don't have access to gold yet. So unless Dad has found gold in the mine, it's going to be a little while before I can get that done. So for the time being, I may just stick a lamp up at the top. I have 2 stories so far. I have a 3rd one planned. And then there should be 2 more and then a roof. But I need to have my mason and carpentry skills up high enough to be able to build up that high. So I have to take breaks occasionally and go work on things. And also, I will leave the bison where they are. Let's change this to farming. The other field should be fine. So up here we're going to have another little garden, I think. I got a willow sprout, so I planted it here in the center. And then I have this 3x3 area flattened out. So I'll put maybe some more grass down, some benches, possibly some more marble statues and planters, and maybe a little bit of a hedge or fence around the edge there. It does go off down this way as well, back down to the road, so that's nice. Oh, I may have missed a spot? Okay. Let me go down this way. And I don't want to run down there, because that might actually hurt me. Let's see. Over here. No, I think I got it all. I may have just moved on quicker than it took to tidy it up. Alright, let's head over this way. I got a hole in my wall here. I need to put a portcullis there. I might be able to get started on that now. Let's do that now. Let's go grab some bricks. Oh, and there was one other thing I was going to do today that I haven't even gotten started on yet because I keep forgetting. Maybe I'll get started on that too. Alright, so let's pull it up here. Whoop. I can type, sort of. That's not the right thing. I want this one up here. So I need 15 stone bricks, 2 fence bars, 2 small wheels, and 1 cordage rope. I should have the rope in the cart. I made it a while ago. I don't. Is it in here? It's in my backpack. Okay, that's fine. So I made it a while ago, so I have that. So I have 10 stone bricks in the cart. I need 15. So let's grab... Let's get some of these windows out of the way so I can actually see what I'm doing. Let's grab 5 more. Okay, and then... I've got nails and stuff, which I don't need, but I will leave the mortar here, because I need that for this building. Alright, let's go make some small wheels and a cordage rope. Not a cordage rope, fence bars. the forge is dead, so we'll need to light that. So what we can do... Oh, let me park these guys on the grass. Alright, what we'll do is we'll go light the forge. Might be some kindling inside. We'll light the forge, and then we'll head out and make... the wheels. That way the iron has time to... oh yeah, I was gonna eat. Has time to heat up. Carving knife. You see me? Oh, I see you too.
Hello.
There's Dad. Okay. So we'll let the iron heat up. Shu, do you want me to use this, rare unfinished pinewood wheel? It's just small wheels, right? Not axles? Yeah, just 2 small wheels. Which is 3 planks and 2 shafts each. Cart. Which one do I want to use? Oh, I guess we'll just use one of these 31s. Okay. So leave that there just in case he wants to use that for something else. So I need my carving knife, I believe. Alright. Make a few shafts. That's good. Because I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. I want to see... What does this need? It needs 2 planks and 1 shaft. Okay, so we're going to drop that back on the ground. Ooh, okay. So... 1, 2, 3. And that's enough of that. My saw, and we can make 2, 3, 4, 5. I may have to get another piece of wood. I don't think I have enough to make 5. Didn't think so. So, no, I don't want to embark. I want to open. Throw that one back in. We'll grab another one of these. Put it up there, and... He's not answering. Okay, maybe we'll just make 2. 'Cause I don't want to use up his stuff. Where did... There. So we'll make one more shaft out of this one. Should be able to get that out of there, yeah? Yes. Okay, and then out of this one we can get 1 more plank. Okay, here we go. So, oops. Plank, shaft, small wheel. And we'll see if it'll let me make 2. There's 1. There's 2. One's quite a bit better than the other, but that's okay. 2 planks. Yep. 1 shaft. Okay, there's 1. And we'll do that. Oops. Again, if I can get my fingers to work properly here. Come on. Hello. Another shaft. Okay, there's the 2 wheels we need. Okay, so we'll put that in there, and just so I don't confuse myself, I'm gonna take the cordage rope out and stick that in the thing here. Okay, let's go make I think it was 2 fence bars. Yes, 2 fence bars. Open. I need the small anvil, which is conveniently right there. And I forgot to drop the wood scrap and such. That's fine. Let's do this. And then what we'll do is we will burn it in there to make sure that stays going. Okay, close that. And now that I think about it, it's probably not the small anvil after all. Okay, so Shoe, Stargrunkle, or both, I'm not sure which, has got a bunch of cauldrons in here with some iron and whatnot. Let's use the below 50. This one should have enough to do what I need. Yes. It is the large anvil. 1. And that is still 2 little material. Okay. The rest of these are 40s. Take that one just because. Well, alright. Smash those together, and we just need 1 more. Okay, there are fence bars. Now, can I make... I have one other thing I wanted to look at while I'm here. Okay, and I need this one, I think. Or not. Probably just not seeing what I want. It's armor chains. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, I need to look this up. It says large anvil. And I'm looking for large chain link. Oh, there it is. It's got a question mark. That's why I can't see it. Okay, so 0.44 is not enough. Alright, sorry guys, I'm using up all your iron. Oh, it requires 1 per, huh? Oh, that's gonna suck. We have 15 of that. Yeah, 41, 60 to 70. In that case, you know what? I'll come back. I'll come back. Put those in there, and I need to put this stuff back where it goes. This is a 46. It goes in the below 50. Okay. We have our fence bars. We should have our bricks, our rope, and our wheels. Do I have... Yes, I have my mallet. Need that. Okay, let's go get this done. And then maybe we'll go out and do some exploring so you guys can kind of see the area around us. Okay, we're going to need this open. Let's go ahead and throw that back in there. I'm going to need these and that, and as many of those as I can hold. I want to go to fence, stone, and portcullis. Yes? I hope so. I would hate to have to undo this. The heck was that? Hello? I'm not sure. It sounded like a bird, but I don't know what happened to the bird. Alright, we're going to add this to our crafting window so it'll show us what needs to be done next. We'll put our hammer in there. It wants one more stone brick, which we have. I have no idea how much it would cost to make one. I need to get a pattern put together first. No, we are not on a PvP server as far as I know. I don't think the server is set to PvP. It wants another brick. Let's see if I could get this to do it more than once. And then as that's doing that, we'll take some more out of the cart so we don't have to stop. Most of us wouldn't PvP anyway, only because it's just family and friends, so it wouldn't matter. Okay, and now the fence bars. I don't need that anymore. In fact, I don't even really need that open anymore. Okay, and this will be the last thing. And there we go. There we go. That's not bad.